Hey guys, Steve Welch here, Beaman Toyota in downtown Nashville. I wanted to show you guys how to adjust the roadside detection and the alert that you can have on the roadside detection. So, what the roadside detection is you've actually got it's part of the Safety Sense 2.0 system. What it does is it actually watches with the camera that's up here. What it's watching for is it's watching for stop signs, do not enter, yield, or speed limit signs. So those are the 4 signs that it's watching for. So now what it's going to do is on the dash, by the way, I'm in a 2020 Highlander, so this will be pretty much the same on anything that's got the 2.0 system, but you could have a little bit different of a setup, but the answer that I'm about to give should be the same. So on the top up here somewhere, you're going to have the speed limit sign is going to pop up if you pass the speed limit sign. Stop sign will pop up past stop sign. Yield sign, do not enter, same thing. I always tell people if you see do not enter on your dash, you're probably going the wrong way. So you definitely want to watch for that. So that being said, you have the option, which you can see it shows your current speed limit is the digital up there, but you have the option to additionally notify yourself that you're going over the speed limit. These cars are so smooth, they drive so easy that you can look down and you're going 100 miles an hour and going, whoops, just because you didn't realize you got up to 100 miles an hour. I've done it, been there, guilty. I didn't do it on purpose, just kind of got there. So that being said, this car will actually let you know that you're going too fast. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm using these buttons here. All right. Now you can go down, you can go up. Now going up is going to get you a little bit quicker because I just hit up. All right. So you'll look for that gear. So you can go down to get there, you can go up to get there. Now I'm going to hit the right button and I'm going to go over to that icon. So you see the one that I've just highlighted right there. That's your road sign assist icon. All right. So now if I just hit the center button there, you'll see I just turned it off. So it's not going to sense a sign. Turn it back on this way, it'll sense a sign. But you've got a way to adjust this. You press and hold that button. Now you're going into your settings. So now this is your notification method, notification level. All right. Notification method. So you're above speed limit. Is it going to give you visual? Is it going to give you audio? So now this one will give you an audio that you're over your speed limit. All right, so you can change that. You can go back. You can say, I don't want any notification that I'm over the speed limit. You can say, I just want it to let me know on the dash that I'm over my speed limit. You can tell it how you want it to notify you. All right, notification level. So how far? Well, I want to be notified when I'm 5 miles per hour over my speed limit, and I'm still navigating through this. So, I want to be press and hold on, right? Notification method, above speed limit. I want to do visual and audio, right? And then I'm going to come back and switch me back over here. Above the speed limit, right? Visual and audio. And that's your notification method, right? And then your level is how far. So you can say, if I'm 1 mile over, I want to know. If I'm 3 miles over, I want to know. If I'm 5 miles over, I want to know. I wish they had a 10 in here, because most of us, we tend to go about 9 over, just because that tends to be the threshold, and all of us know that 9 miles over, you don't tend to get pulled over, it seems. But you go 11 over, and they're on you. So it's however you want to do it. But so you can select that. Right, and now we've got that it's going to have an excess speed notification that you're going too fast. So now if you want to shut that off, obviously you see how I just turned it on. You can shut off the system, or you can press and hold that detail settings and say, okay, I want to have an above the speed limit, but I want to have no notification that I'm above the speed limit. And now you can shut that back off so that you have no notification that you're above the speed limit. So like I said, this was in response to a question that I had. So I always appreciate you guys asking questions. And hopefully this helped you to know how to adjust that, because I have a sneaking suspicion, since the factory default is no notification. All right. So I have a sneaking suspicion that somebody played with it the way that I just did and then left it with the audio notification, and the person that bought that car got that car delivered to them and didn't realize that they weren't going to like being notified that they were 1 mile per hour over the speed limit or 5 miles per hour over the speed limit. So that right there, as long as you have the roadside detection part on, it will give you that speed limit on the dash. You can always look down, see what it is, and not have the notification. But if you are the type of person that needs a little bit of help when it comes to trying to not be so lead foot, definitely having that notification could help you. Could save you some money by not having some tickets, and could keep you a little bit safer. Although this is one of the safest vehicles that's on the market. In all the Toyotas, the safety sensor really the safest there. So so your 2.0, by the way, so this roadside detection is in the Highlander, it's in the CHR, it's in the RAV4, the Corolla, pretty much anything with 2.0 is going to have it. So if you have that 2.0 system, it'll be in there. It's most of the Toyotas. You might see some modifications. In fact, you will see some modifications coming to it in the new Camry. So definitely watch out for that. But they're going to make a modification to the safety system in there, and they're going to add a couple extra features in the Camry. So definitely know that that's coming up. But like I said, the roadside detection is a really good help to be able to know what the speed limit is, where you're at, and it watches for road signs, like I said, on the side of the road. It's not a GPS detection. So if you go through a construction site, new speed limit sign, it's going to see the speed limit sign, and it's going to tell you that that speed limit sign is 45 through that construction zone, not 55 like what a GPS might say if you have the GPS system on. So that's something to definitely make sure that you understand. But once again, always remember you're going to the gear. Let me kind of zoom in. You go to the gear there, and I'll do a quick recap. All right, I'm just going to put us back. I'm going to kind of take us off here so you don't get so I don't mislead you here. So this is normally where you're going to be at when you start. It's going to be your little leaf mode there. So you can either go down or up. This time I'll go down. So once you go down, you'll see, by the way, in case you're wondering, that's your cruise control and your lane departure. All right, it's letting you know that they're both off. That's your radio system. That right there is your all-wheel drive system. So if you have an all-wheel drive, it's showing you how much of the all-wheel drive is engaging. This right here is the lane departure again. To turn that that on or that off, you just press and hold. Now this one you can actually go through, and do you want it to lane center? So you can turn the lane center on or off on your lane tracing. So definitely wanted to show you that too. So I'll actually combine this with the road sign video. So you have your road sign and your lane. So if you go into your lane tracing, which you saw is in the same setting there, so the very first one, press and hold that button. You're going to get your detailed setting. So you can shut off the lane center. What the lane center does is it's actually going to try to center you in your lane while you're driving down the road. If you don't want to do that, you can shut that off, because the lane tracing only occurs while you're in cruise control to try to keep you in the center of your lane. If you turn that off, it's going to turn into what is known as steering assist. Which is the next level down, which is right there, and you can shut that off or turn that on as well. So if you have the lane center off and the steering assist on, it will bump your steering wheel should you get out of your lane. And it's just slight. It's actually probably more like this or more like this. Just slightly bump your steering wheel if you get off your lane, and it'll put you back in your lane. The lane centering, or the lane, the part of the lane tracing where it lane centers, it's going to watch both lines with that camera that's up there. They're both watching with that camera that's up there. It's going to watch, and it's going to set you in the center of your lane, and it's going to help to steer as you're going through the center. If you take your hands off the steering wheel for too long, it senses that, and it's going to tell you to put your hands back on the steering wheel. So it's not meant to drive for you, but it's meant to assist you. Now, I know some people that don't like the lane tracing because they prefer to be on one side or the other of the lane. They don't want to be in the center. Most people that are that way, they like to ride the right side of the lane. Just because they feel like they're a little farther away from traffic. That's one of the reasons you can shut this off. But that's how you shut it off. Steering assist, you can shut it off, right? I'm going to turn this back on just while I'm in here. But Sensitivity, you can change how sensitive it is. You got 2 settings right there. Sway warning, if you want to take that sway warning, you can turn that off or turn that on. Basically what that is that's just watching how many times you're crossing the lane, and it's going to kind of tell you to take a break. All right, and then there's your sensitivity for how sensitive it's going to be. So always leave it in the middle. You got four settings there for you. So definitely some options that you can go. But like I said, recap, going all the way back down, you get back to that gear. So that's where you get to the lane tracing settings. If you want to get to the settings for the roadside detection, that's that right there. And then your notification method, you turn it on, turn it off, above speed limit. You can go visual and audio. Once you do that, now it's going to offer, now it's going to offer the, back up one more, notification level turns on, and now you can tell it when it's going to notify you. You back up, go back to notification method. You'll see above speed limit turn off to no notification, because I'm going back to how it was set, right? And now once I go back one more level here, you'll see notification level is off. I can't actually select that button. So anyway, just trying to show you guys a couple of parts of the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. Like I said, you'll watch a modification that'll come out in the Camry, but I wanted to show you both of those. So Steve Welch, being with Toyota, hopefully I help you guys to know a little bit more about the vehicle that you're looking at buying, or possibly even the vehicle that you already own. If you had a salesperson that was not me and couldn't talk you through all these things. So definitely trying to help you guys to know your car better and to really appreciate how much safety Toyota puts in each one of their cars. And I know it's my opinion, but I'm right. There is not a better car out there. Number one, for the money, for the safety, for the resale value, for anything. So when it comes down to it, Toyota's number one, and they are by far above everybody else on the market when it comes to a car. So definitely, if you're in the Nashville area, plan to be in the Nashville area, definitely reach out to me. I'd love to be your salesperson and show you a new way to buy a car and have some fun doing it. So Steve Welch, Beam Toyota. Hope you guys have a great day. Definitely like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, comments. Like I said, the roadside assist part of this was in response to a person asking a question about how to shut off those notifications. So definitely hope I helped you out. Appreciate the comment. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you guys soon.